So hello. Welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe and also support my small business at latricelimited.com. So I actually want to talk about that whole walkout that happened with Starbucks representatives. Okay, this was a crazy thing. So as you may have known, Starbucks workers have actually unionized. Okay, not in every Starbucks, but in like certain particular ones. And in this one, they unionize, and you're supposed to have a meeting with the representatives. So you have the people who's a part of the union, okay, and then you have the representatives there. Okay, so that's really what's supposed to be happening. And what ended up happening was they're like, okay, where's the representatives? Okay, I guess they're not. I mean, well, they should be here. Oh, just let's wait. Oh, okay, where they at? Either they didn't show up, or they were like, okay, I heard what you had to say, kind of, I'm out, So I have some tweets I want to express to you all. And it says Starbucks walk out on bargaining with 5 separate stores across the country today. After making us wait for almost 3 hours, they are not bargaining in good faith. Of course, because a lot of these companies, the whole point of joining a union is so that, one, you could get the benefits that you're supposed to be getting, better pay, better treatment. That's what that is. If people are like, oh, well, I don't want to give you, do you really need better treatment? It says a lot about the organization in a whole. Okay. Got another tweet right here. It says Starbucks Worker United tells us this morning Starbucks reps were a half hour late to a bargaining session with union representatives in Buffalo, then walked out 5 minutes later to caucus for 2.5 hours until the session ended. So, okay, I'm going to be in here for 5 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Hey, we got to talk. And then they probably went out to get some coffee or did whatever else they did. All right. And this just shows how these companies do not care. I mean, you have people who and this is part of why they have a lot of money being put and dedicated into union busting. Look at Amazon and what they did. Amazon had a lot of money going into union busting because they don't want people to unionize. And a problem also is it works for a lot of people because they put them in there. And then, like, I follow these threads that people have, that work in different companies and stuff like that. And people are like, yeah, unions, that stuff is lame. Unions are bad. They're bad for business. Unions, you're not making any money. I mean, look at all the dues that you're paying, and what are you really getting out of it? Job security, more money, better benefits. I mean, what are you even talking about? So that's one of the things. And it's like, you guys really don't truly understand the benefit of a union. You'd rather just be used and abused and then complain, man, but they don't care about me. And well, no company is going to care about you. They never will. Okay. So let's get that out of our minds. But if we know that we can do this to help ourselves, to better ourselves, why are we not doing it? There are repercussions, and I do want to talk about that tweet right here. And it says, my life is terrible since Starbucks fired me. So also, Starbucks, you're not supposed to do it. When people unionize, you're not supposed to be like, okay, well, y'all all fired then. No, that's not how that works. Okay. You're not supposed to fire somebody, but they ended up firing this guy. And also I was reading and people were like, yo, this is a lawsuit that you can have because you can't just fire somebody because they decided to join a union. That's not a fireable offense, if you will. All right. He said, I cannot get a job despite filling out every application I can. I have no money. My internet is out because of non-payment. It has caused irreparable damage to my mental health, all because I started a union. So you have the flip side of it, okay, where these are the side effects of it. Yes, he got fired. Are you supposed to? No, you're not supposed to get fired. He was saying that he can't get a job now. What is looking like is maybe he was blacklisted. That is what he's saying essentially, is that he was blacklisted. Now, I don't know if that's 100% true or accurate, just because, I mean, he said he can't get a job anywhere. He said he applied to the post office prior, but the post office also takes a while. Like, they take like 2 months before they really get back to you, 2-3 months, so you probably still didn't wait enough. I don't think he applied for UPS, he said that he applied for all these other places, and it's like, so McDonald's isn't hiring, Burger King, Wendy's. I mean, because you weren't making that much money, let's be real, at Starbucks, because Starbucks isn't paying, they're not paying $20 an hour, you know what I mean? They're not, I don't think they're even paying $18 an hour, and maybe they're paying $15 an hour, but they're not even paying that much an hour. So it's not like you lost something where you were making 20 something and all you can find is a job where you're making $11, $12 an hour. I don't know. And I know that some Wendy's, they are paying like $17 to $20 an hour. It all depends on where you're at as well. But yeah, I mean, this is also the flip side of all of this. It's okay, we did it, now what? And then you see the repercussions that you have, the retaliation that you have from the company. They already aren't showing up to your meetings. And if they're like, okay, well, F you, they fired you, which you're not supposed to do, but it all shows the shady business practices of these companies. I have a little bit more on his thread. It went on for a while, so I only got like 2 that I took from it. It says, this company is evil. I have no backup plan, no family to help. I have lived off GoFundMe money until understandably people cannot give any more. I have nobody, no friends. Every day is bad. I can't even watch my movies. My one refuge. I have to cancel all my services now. So that's one of the things that really get me, when looking at this story and, just how the company is treating people. And one of my main things is like this. I could literally go to my nearest Starbucks and there's lines just backed up, cars in the drive-thrus, people waiting in line all the time. When I was in college, I would go to this one Starbucks. I mean, I rarely went. And anytime I went, I had a gift card, so it wasn't my money I was spending. But I went there or whatnot. And lines are coming out of the store. People just packed. And I'm like, wow. And you may say, well, maybe because that's the only thing here. But that just isn't the case. So it's just a lot of people who really don't have that motivation. They say, oh, I don't like this. I don't like what you're doing. I don't like what you're doing. I don't like this. That's not cool. I don't agree with that. I don't, whatever. I. But then when push comes to shove and it's like, okay, well, what are we doing? And then you're like, well, I mean, I still like my Starbucks. I still like this. I really prefer this though. So, I mean, I get y'all want to unionize, but I still like my Starbucks, and this is where I kind of compare it to gas. You need gas to get you places. Okay. So you can't really do too much with the leeway with that, especially because of how the United States is, for example, where things are so far away from one another. Okay. So it's not too much that you really can do or have that much of an advantage with. But when you look at Starbucks, you don't need that coffee. It'd be all the stuff you can make at home. It'd be much cheaper. I actually made myself a caramel macchiato kind of thing, whatever, myself. And it was better than the stuff I got before, So it's like you can make all of this stuff. So it's like what. And when you have unions, it also is not just affecting the company, people within the company. It's everyone else. If you want to show your support, I'm not going to necessarily say boycott it, because people ain't going to do that. But reduce your usage. If you go there every single day, go there twice a week or go there once a week. They will start seeing, and when money talks, they'll be like, okay, I guess I'd rather spend a little bit more money, make sure y'all cool, so I can get more customers at the end of the day, because that's how people are thinking anyways. But let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments down below, and until then.